Okay, we saw one of the worst 2-minute drills of the season so far by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's how it's going to start off. Where first we have to talk about the situation itself. Tampa Bay down 3 points in what's been a crazy first half. There's 46 seconds left, and both teams have almost all their timeouts. The Saints have 2, the Buccaneers have 3. So it's a dilemma, right? You want to push the ball down the field because you have had some pretty good offense so far, but you're only at your own 10, so if you decide to try and push it down the field, you have to make sure you kill some clock. Tampa Bay going to play it a little bit cautious here. They start off just running the ball, and it works out pretty well. Usually the way you do this is if you gain no yards, okay, let's just go to the half. If you gain some yards, then you can keep moving. So they gain 9. I think if they got 10, they would have just called a timeout. Only gaining 9, they're not fully comfortable just, going for it. They might want to kill a little bit more clock. So the next play is this, and it works out all right. They get the first down. It took too long for it to get there, though. It took over 15 seconds just to get up to the line. You needed to move quicker than that if this is what you're going to do. So because of this, they get the first down, but pretty much there's not really any time left. They call a timeout with 19 seconds left, but it's, not really a situation where you think you should push the ball down the field. However, again, that's just my opinion. They can decide that they want to go for it, at least see what's there, and at first it's going to actually work out pretty well. Mayfield takes the snap after Chase Young steps offside, so Mayfield just going to throw it down the field, see if something can happen. It doesn't quite work out, gets incomplete, but hey, not a bad try there, right? Sure. But now, again, clock still runs when there's a penalty, so with just 14 seconds left right here, you're at your own 29-yard line. You do have timeouts. If you're going to, make this work, you got to push the ball down the field. Mayfield is going to decide to take the snap. He does push the ball down the field and throws it directly towards Kool-Aid McKinstry. That should have been an interception. It was just dropped right there, which would have given the Saints, opportunity for a long field goal. Who knows? Maybe there's a return and they can get more than that. Either way, again, a bad decision there by Mayfield, who has 3 interceptions on the day. This was nearly his 4th. Now on the next play, again, they're still not willing to just take the knee here. At a certain point, you got to just take the knee. And I'm all about playing aggressive at the end of the half. I think you could try to throw up a Hail Mary if you want to and just hope that you can, get a field goal because you have, 2 timeouts. So I'm not saying actual Hail Mary, but just down the field. Instead, you're going to see that Mayfield works the sideline here, despite the fact that you have 2 timeouts and there's 10 seconds left. So it looked like 5 seconds. They actually added an extra second on at the end there, but still a, not an ideal, play there because you just didn't get far enough down the field. Which then brings up this play. 6 seconds left. Again, Mayfield has a cannon for an arm. Now, this is a bit too far even for him, but if you can gain another 5-10 yards right here with 6 seconds left and a couple timeouts, he could throw it down the field. Sure, why not? Take a chance, right? Instead, Tampa Bay is going to do something very odd. You're going to see them set up a screen, and to be honest, it didn't look like a lot of the players were really even that into this screen, but it works out to a point. Godwin gets here, and again, as of right here, there's a second left, so had the play been to just have him fall down, they could have had time to try and throw up a Hail Mary, but that's not what the play is. Godwin's going to do something very strange here. You see him just throw the ball blindly backwards. Tristan Wirfs catches it, and there was no one around him, so perhaps this was, being as charitable as possible, I'm going to assume Godwin didn't just blindly throw one backwards, and I'm also going to assume this wasn't the play design. It was just Godwin reading the play, saying, hey, Wirfs is open on the other side of the field. Let's just throw it there. Who knows? Maybe something good happens. The issue is, now you have your star left tackle with the ball in his hands. Offensive linemen aren't used to holding the ball. That there's, a certain skill to making sure it doesn't get punched out. It's why a lot of times in these situations, defenders are going to try and knock the ball out. They're going to try and see if they can get a fumble here. Wirfs, moves a little bit and then eventually gets hit and does lose the football. It looked like he was trying to transfer it from one hand to the other, and then it gets, it gets knocked out during that. So very bizarre play. I believe a Tampa Bay player, Cade Otton, was the one who recovered it. Either way, though, just a weird drive. If you're going to do that, hey, just take a knee. It's fine. Kind of felt like they didn't want to take the knee, but also didn't want to, go full aggressive. And because of that, they did this half in, half out thing that was never going to result in points and only could have resulted in something going wrong. And they were kind of lucky nothing did.